Hello everyone, the Mac Tech here, and welcome to another video today. I didn't expect to go ahead and do a video about this, but I found out about this new thing that was going on today about the whole director of Dune, Denis Villeneuve, I think. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but another thing has come up about this problem. So I guess it's not just he said that the movies were more than a cut and paste, but he also says about the Marvel Studio fans, saying that the Marvel movies turns the MCU fans into zombies. Look, that I didn't know is a thing he said about the fandom, and I guess he's not just slamming just Marvel Studios itself and the fandom by itself, but he is also slamming every director who has worked their ass off with the MCU films. But today's video is a serious one because it turns out all of this stuff being said by Denis Villeneuve has caused Marvel Studios fans to come up with the best idea possible to review bomb Dune, just to defend Marvel Studios, taking revenge against the director for calling them zombies. Look, I'm not going to be pissed off about this. Because again, like I said in the last video, talking about this situation of the director slamming Marvel Studios. Every director, Dennis is not the only one who's pretty much slammed Marvel Studios movies. Martin Scorsese was the first person to ever slam Marvel Studios. And I'm sure this stuff has happened with Martin Scorsese when he said what he said. At least I think for what I remember, I'm sure some people tried to review bomb Irishman because of what he said about the MCU and Marvel Studios by itself. But it seems that what Denis Villeneuve has said has stirred the problem in a much worse direction. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm with the Marvel Studios fans on review bombing the film, because again, the whole review bombing movies over a simple statement made, or just because you don't like what someone said, that's just not good, and that's not a good way to support the MCU. Because look, the thing that this happened with Warner Brothers, with the Snyderverse. Look, after Zack Snyder's Justice League was on HBO Max, and it came a few days after its release was out, after Warner Brothers made their statement saying that they're not going to restore the Snyderverse, or they don't plan to restore it anytime soon, or continue the story after Zack Snyder's Justice League. Which we know now that since Discovery's merger is all about listening to the customers now, Snyderverse is possible, 100% possible to be restored, despite what the Snyderverse haters thinks of it. That's just what I gotta say. But look, when Godzilla vs. Kong was just about to come out in theaters, fans of the Snyderverse were trying to review bomb Godzilla vs. Kong just to get Warner Brothers' attention to restore the Snyderverse. I'm a proud supporter of the Restore the Snyderverse movement. I am proud to call myself a supporter of the Restore the Snyderverse and restore the Ayer cut movement supporter. I even supported the Make the Batfleck movie trend, but I'm not the most help with that trend because, look, supporting two trends is fine with me. I'm not gonna keep supporting trends based on a certain franchise. I'm okay with supporting two Snyderverse related trends, and that's about it. Now, of course, I tried to help out with an Alita Battle Angel 2 trend recently because I do love that movie, by the way. Alita Battle Angel, I love that movie. And even though that was based on anime, and I've never seen the anime series of Alita Battle Angel, the movie was actually very damn awesome to me. I loved it, so I'm down for a sequel. And I'm actually down to actually give the anime show a watch very soon. But what I'm going to say is that as much as I support the Restore the Snyderverse movement, I was not okay with them review bombing Godzilla vs. Kong. That's just not a good way to support that trend. It's just not. It's not a good way. We can't just ruin other movies that we didn't see just because you want the Snyderverse to be restored. This is just not okay. And that's going to be the same thing gone with Dune. You can't just review bomb Dune because the director called us zombies for enjoying the Marvel Studios films. He's just stating his opinions about Marvel Studios. Directors do that. Not just directors do that, but actors and executive producers, companies. Everybody else is entitled with their opinions with films. So to call yourself a Marvel Studios fan by review bombing Dune over what the director says, that's just going to make this whole situation worse. You can't just review bomb Dune over a thing he said. It's not cool. I'm an MCU fan, and I don't agree with this type of tactic that the other MCU fans pull off. I love the MCU, but I at least understand what the director is saying, because it says his opinion. Like, I have my opinions as well. Everybody else is entitled with their opinions about a certain movie. You can't just review bomb Dune because of a certain thing, and quote, that Denis Villeneuve has said. Yes, it's fucked up that he says they turn us into zombies. It's fucked up, but what do you expect him, what else would you expect him to say? He may not sound, of course he's not going to sound very, if he doesn't really like the MCU, of course you shouldn't expect him to say anything friendly about MCU. Of course you should expect him to not say anything friendly. He's going to not say anything friendly regardless. Look, that's all I gotta say for today's video. After I watched the video about this news, I figured I'd have to give my thoughts and opinions about this, and that's kind of stupid. Don't review bomb Dune because of what the director said. You don't have to go watch the new Dune if you don't want to. But if you have not seen the film, don't review bomb it because he said some shitty things about the Marvel Studios and the fandom in general. You don't have to go see the film, but don't review bomb it. Because if the film gets successful, which right now it is, look at the reviews right now, it is getting good, and I understand why. Because this movie actually looks pretty damn good. And that's coming from me, who has not seen the original Dune, which I will watch it very soon, before watching the new one. But the thing is, you can't just completely just shit talk a director's opinion about the Marvel Studios and just completely expect to exact revenge on the director for calling out all MCU fans, calling us zombies. What do you expect? What other thing did you expect him to say? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not pissed off about it, despite the stupid shit that he did say about the Marvel Studio fans. Sure, it is fucked up that he just says that MCU fans are zombies for enjoying the Marvel Studios films. I think that's fucked up, but I ain't gonna be upset about it. I'm gonna be upset for the fact, though, is that Marvel Studio fans are really thinking it's so smart to go ahead and review bomb Dune just because of a certain opinion being stated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. The Mac Attack, out. That's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.